We take so much for granted. Have you ever just looked down the aisle at a grocery store? The amount of food is incredible. Boxes upon boxes of cereal. More vegetables than we'll ever know what to do with. Yet we walk down the grocery aisle, spending 5 minutes contemplating between 15 different brands of toothpaste. Some people have bloated bellies from lack of nutrition. While we fret over the perfect prom dress which will only be worn once, some people walk the earth with cracked, calloused feet, no shoes in sight. While we stuff our faces with fast food, others in this world eat weeds, garbage, dirt, or nothing at all. We rarely see past the edges of our own lives. We've been taught an ideology based on our own successes and our personal happiness. This ideology has made us selfish, thinking only in the moment and only of the next best thing. M.T. Anderson's novel Feed describes a society where computer-like technology dominates life, picking up on what you like and sending constant messages into your brain. Talking is obsolete, thinking is pointless. Some read this novel, shake their heads. They'll never be like that, they think. But in a way, it already is. How often do you think of poverty? When that 60-second commercial flashes across the screen, screaming of heartbreak, and the remote is too far away to change the channel? We are born with the power to do something. But having the power to do something does not necessarily mean we actually go out and do something. There's no excuse for our inaction, which perhaps is the worst action of all. There's enough food on this planet to feed twice the current population, yet 1 billion go to sleep hungry every night. And while 1 billion starve, 1.6 billion people on the planet are overweight. How do you justify that? We're a wasteful nation. Every Tuesday morning I bring my garbage can to the end of the driveway, and it never fails to be full. Spoiled meats, rotten vegetables, stale cereals, all just tossed away without a second thought. We can't understand true hunger. My church hosts a famine every year where we stop eating for 30 hours and raise money for World Vision, an organization that works to end world hunger. But we have never felt the ache in our stomach that never leaves, an ache that somehow comes to define us. We have never lived constantly angry or constantly tired, with the painful knowledge that tomorrow nothing will be different. In the documentary Born into Brothels, Xana Brisky follows the lives of a handful of children expected to enter prostitution when they are of age. To give them another option seems impossible. Yet through handing them a camera, Xana Brisky hands them the possibility of a new future. The truth, though, is that not all of them will escape that life. One day they'll just fade into the line, and we'll forget about them. They are not here. More importantly, they are not us. We are all subject to something. We believe so completely in doing what is best for us that sometimes we never find the need to take off our blinders. We take for granted so many things, not just food. We have parents, extended families, a roof over our heads and shoes on our feet, yet we demand more because although we have more than some will ever dream of, it is never enough. But that world, the poverty-stricken, starving, hurting world, that's our world too. All the children born into prostitution, all the children who die from starvation, the shacks as houses, and the broken feet, and the hunched backs of hardship, that's our world too. In America, it seems that society has taught us to think only of ourselves. This is a society that has shaped us, has formed our identity so completely that these days, I wonder if ourself and our interpolated self are even different anymore. Just think about this for a moment. Present an average, middle-class American student and a child who has lived in poverty something small, like a cup of grapes. The American will find some fault. The child from poverty will gratefully take the cup, and even offer you some. That is a difference in our worlds. We will always want something more, or better, while they will simply share what little they have. We all inhabit one planet, but it doesn't really seem that way. We do nothing to quell their aching bellies. We ignore the pain etched into the faces of those less fortunate. We put on our blinders. We sink into our beds at night thinking only of ourselves. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if we changed? What if we thought about poverty for more than that change does begin with one person. Everything you do makes an impact. Even doing nothing. Even doing nothing.